And good morning. This is Patrick Lee, and it's time for Midweek Motivation Live. We're going to be talking a little bit about the difference between inspiration, aspirations today. What is it that you want to do in life, and maybe some tips and tricks to help you get there. We'll be back right after this. Good morning. I hope everyone is doing fine today. Can make sure everyone can hear me. Send me a like or a love in the give me a comment. We're trying out some new tech today. Make sure that everyone can hear me in my headphones. We're sounding live. The microphone checked out just fine. I think we're good here. Awesome. Y'all let me know if the volume is loud enough. Like I said, using some new tech. I want to talk to you today a little bit about the difference between inspiration and aspirations and what that means in your life. We had a great guest on last show, Miss Destiny Bailey, talking about the importance of women in the workplace, how to balance faith in business and in your career. That was a great show. And I want to talk to you today, getting back on a lot of the topics. Hey, Pete, good to see you watching. Everything sounds good. Good. Thank you, everyone. Yes, my team here at the Patrick Lee Group for my birthday went out and bought me a brand new Rhodes mic, and that's what we're working on today. We've bought a new soundboard, new mixing station, and a lot of extra tech that we're going to be using as we expand the podcast in the future, and I just wanted to make sure everything sounds good. So it sounded good in testing, just needed to make sure this is the first time live with the new tech. So thank you, I appreciate that. But yeah, the topic of the show, the title of the show is how to have success, motivate you to success in every area of life. And I've been thinking about this a lot. We are drawing down to the end of the year. We just completed Thanksgiving, right? And I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. Ours was great. I've shared with a lot of people. This was the first Thanksgiving meal I have prepared, I think, in 10 years for our home that we did not have any guests this year. Our daughters came over, me and my wife and our daughters. We had a wonderful meal and just relaxed. We did the Lee family traditional Thanksgiving, had a great holiday meal, shared our thanks, went out and watched a movie, watched a little football. It's the American way, right? But back on the show, now Thanksgiving is over. We're heading into the holiday season of Christmas that's coming next. And a lot of people, they start taking into account their accounting of the year, what they have done so far this year. Marlene, watching the show, my assistant here, works with me as my transaction coordinator, licensed real estate agent extraordinaire, amazing person. She and I were just talking about this. I say this so much, I'm going to have to stop it. My wife's getting jealous. I brag on so many other people because they truly bless my life. It does make my wife jealous some when I brag on so many other people. And she's like, hey, what about me? I'm like, babe, you're the bomb.com. There is no one better than you. I brag on you all the time. But Marlene and I were just talking about this yesterday. The things that we have let slide this year, the things that we have succeeded in, the areas that we have grown in, but there are certain things that we didn't get done this year, and we still have some time to get them done. I sell real estate, and at the beginning of the year, we set lofty goals of how many homes we want to help people buy and sell, right? And in your industry, you may have certain numbers that you need to hit for you to feel like you had a successful year. There are certain jobs or tasks you wanted to get done around the house or things with family that you needed to get done for you to feel like you had a successful year. And now we're down to the last month of the year, and it's time for you to start taking account of how you performed for the year, right? And the show is here to motivate you throughout the year. It says motivating you to success in every area of life, not inspiring you to success, because I believe that there are differences, of course, in motivation, aspiration, and inspiration. And motivation, I've done a show in the past called, I think, Preparation Beats Motivation Every Time. And I believe that we need to be motivated. Now, let's talk about what are motivations real quick. What are motivations? They are things that cause you to increase in motive. And how many of you know we have good motives and bad motives, right? Some people want to do good things, and we do not know the content of a person's heart because only God can see the heart motive of a man or a woman. But all we can go by is the outward appearance or the actions of that person. How motivated are they? They can say they're motivated all day long. What are their motivations? Do they have good motives or bad motives behind their preparation? And it's had me thinking a lot. I want to motivate you, but I also, to one point, want to inspire you and help you believe that you can aspire to do bigger and better things in your life. And if there are areas in your life, your business, your family, your career that are lacking, you've still got 4 more weeks of the year to get some of those goals met. Or it's a good time for you to sit down and think about, what are my aspirations for next year? Have I found out that my motives this year were pure? Were they something that were worth me going for, right? We talked in the past about the logical progression of a worthwhile goal. I think that goes all the way back to probably Think and Grow Rich, or The Magic of Thinking Big. It's been attributed to a lot of people to have said that first, but in print, I think it was one of those two. Magic of Thinking Big or Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, one of those 2 books. Both great books. I highly recommend them to everyone. Go get a copy. But the motivation, the heart motivation, we don't know. All we can judge a person by is the outward production, the activity, the things that they actually produce with the motivation they have, that tells us kind of what someone's motivations are. And many people will share their motivation. They have a goal, a dream, a thing that they have set because they have this big lofty goal, and they'll share that with you. Maybe it's fundraising. This year we've held I was involved in multiple fundraisers to help raise funds for other people, other organizations that help those with less benefit than myself, and people on my team. Everyone got involved. I love that. So we were motivated, and you can share those motivations out loud with the public online, right? You can share those with others, because if you can cast that vision, they can see the vision, they can get involved with you. Together, we all achieve more, right? The team concept. But many motivations are not shared with others because they're hidden motivations. The reason one man wants to amass large amounts of wealth may be different than another man, right? Maybe very, very different. So we need to think about those things. So as we seek to motivate people, we also seek to inspire others to loftier goals, to bigger dreams. I want to inspire you for you to aspire to reach a higher goal, to achieve more in this coming year. We'll talk about it a couple of times during this coming month of December. A little bit about goal setting and planning for next year. I recommend that everyone do that. But there is a difference between inspiration and aspiration. To inspire means basically to be in spirit, in the spirit of. What kind of a spirit do you want to be in? So that would tell me what you would be inspired potentially to do. I hope to be in the Holy Spirit. I hope to be in a good spirit always, to help others, to do more. But that really is the word inspire. It's to be in spirit. And what spirit do I want to be in? A spirit of giving, a spirit of helping my fellow man, a spirit of helping my own family, and be inspired to help my family do more, to be better. And while we do that, when you get in that spirit, then you can aspire. And aspire means to seek to do more. You desire to be more like some person or something. You aspire to reach this lofty goal, to achieve this level of success in life. Whether you define success as money or whether you define success as relationship, health in your body, physical strength and endurance, I define all of those as success. The Bible tells us, beloved, I wish that above all you prosper and be in health, good health, even as your soul prospers. So I believe that tells us that we should be prospering financially, prospering physically, and prospering spiritually, soulfully, right? There are three different sides to that triangle. So I think that the definition of success can be boiled down to all three of those. My life, my finances, and my spirit, they should all be healthy. And that life-spirit relationship part all comes together when you are inspired to do the right things with the right people. And that causes you to aspire to do more, to be better, to be bigger, to blow the doors off last year's goals, right? This year, our team sold an incredible amount of homes. Can't deny it. The numbers are all there. We don't say it to brag, but we kind of do say it to brag a little bit. We set lofty goals so we achieve lofty or higher numbers. If you set a high goal and miss, you will at least have achieved more than if you set low goals and hit, right? I would much rather. Les Brown used to say, shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll still end up among the stars. And that's kind of how I want to live my life. I want to set higher goals. I was on a previous team in the past when I got into real estate, and we set lofty goals. The first team I was on, we ended up growing to about 15 agents. And within that first year, we had sold multiple millions of dollars of real estate, and we achieved the third highest level of production in our market center. I was with Keller Williams at that time, and that team, set high goals, and we had some huge producers on the team, and we achieved those goals. Then the next team I was on, there were just two of us in the beginning, and we did videos. Many of you that know me remember those videos, and it was me and Nikki in front of a whiteboard telling all of you, hey, we want to help 100 people this year. And people were like, go for it, you can do it. And there were years that we hit and there were years that we missed. But the years that we missed, at least we did better than if we had said, hey, we want to help 20 people, and we did, and then we quit, right? And then 2.5 years ago, I set out and started my own team, and we started setting lofty goals. Marlene and I started in the beginning, and we started attracting agents. People were sent to me, referred to me, and we started growing the team, and we blew the doors off our numbers the first year, and we helped a lot of people. And then the next year, we did even more. This year, we're going to help over 100 people, and looking at potentially ending up closer to the 150 mark of homes bought and sold this year. And that's in the city of Amarillo, Texas, 200,000 people with over 1,100 agents. That's a pretty good number. Are we the best? No. Are we the worst? No. Have we set high goals? Yes. Are we in the top 10% of all realtors in town? Absolutely. So those are good goals, and we're very proud of that. So when we say we're not doing it to brag, we're doing it to give glory to God, to say we are motivated, we are inspired, hopefully in the right spirit, and we aspire to do more, and that's what I wish for you as well. Some of y'all leave some comments on here. Let me know some of the things that you inspire to do better. Maybe there's a person or a level that you aspire to become. Hello, Sal. Good morning. Thank you for watching all the way from South Texas. Good to see you on here as well, my friend. I always love it when people comment and tell me where they're watching the show from. The people that come up last year. In the last year, I've had multiple people that have really told me, hey, I don't always get to watch the show, so I go back and watch it later after you've already done the live. Thank you so much for the topic, and I'm always surprised and always happy that people are watching the show from multiple locations. We say live from Amarillo, Texas, and around the world, right? We've got another notification of our downloads on Buzzsprout, the website we use. It's not marketing for Buzzsprout. They don't pay me for this, but we use the Buzzsprout website to upload all of our podcasts every week, and then they're uploaded from there. They're hosted on all major podcast platforms. And I've ran into multiple people lately. I ran into a businessman in the gym the other day who was listening to a podcast, and I asked him, hey, who are you listening to? And he was telling me about the show he's been listening to and how it motivates him. And he said, man, that's great. Do you listen to podcasts? I said, as a matter of fact, I actually host one. It's called Midweek Motivation Live with Patrick Lee. And he's like, dude, that's awesome. I'm going to go download your show. So I am getting to the point now to where I am bold enough to actually just tell people in random conversations, hey, I have a show. Appreciate it if you would listen. I market the show on here during the show, but I don't run around and tell everyone I meet in the elevator, hey, my name's Patrick Lee. I'm the host of Midweek Motivation Live, now on all major podcast platforms. So I'm learning how to self-promote, but it's still not my strong point. So I'm working on that. Y'all give me some grace as I give you grace. But I have heard, years ago, I sat in a meeting with a man named Don Taylor. Some of you locally in Amarillo may remember Don. Don wrote a book called Swimming with the Sharks, I believe, all about how to compete in the world of Walmart when Walmart was taking over, causing a lot of mom and pop stores to go out of business as they grew. Yes, Grace. I love that. Donna, thank you. He wrote that book, and I sat in a meeting with him one day. Then he also contributed and wrote a chapter in a book called The Shameless Art of Self-Promotion. And it was new to me. As a younger, more humble kind of a guy, I was much more introverted at the time. And I worked for a fellow that was learning how to self-promote very well and is very good at it. And I heard this quote one day that says, he who, how did it go? It just left me. He who patteth not himself on the back seldom hath his back patted. It was like just in a little book of wise sayings I'd heard this quote, and I think it said Confucius say. I'm not promoting Confucius, but it says, hey, there's nothing wrong with giving yourself a pat on the back from time to time. And if you don't, sometimes no one else will either. But I have been blessed by all of you that watch the show and the people that tell me they enjoy the show. So I continue to do it. I love it, and I want to continue to motivate you as we finish out this year strong. We're going to have another guest in a couple of weeks on the show. You're going to be excited. I'll be announcing that guest next week and let you know who's coming up next as a guest on the show. But I want you to think about these things. Hey, Brittany, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. You are a rock star, just in case you didn't know. If no one's told you today, I sure appreciate you. Thank you. I love you too. Wow. I love the comments. This is awesome. You guys tell me some of the things that you inspire to do, that you need inspiration, areas you need inspiration in life, some things you would like to hear me tackle next year, some topics you would like to hear me speak about, maybe some people you would like to have me get on the show. I've got 2 other people that I am listening to some of their content, people that have been doing podcasts and that are professional podcast guests, and I'm looking through some of their material, reading one of the books one of these guys has written right now, just to make sure. I know people that have been on the show that are friends of mine, and I've vetted them because they've been friends of mine, right? And I think it's important if I'm going to have someone on the show and it's someone that I don't know, that I know they're going to bring something that is going to be of value to you. And I'm going to bring people on the show that actually have the chops to bring you something to motivate you to do better in life, to bring inspiration, to help you to get in the right spirit to move forward, and to cause you to aspire to greatness. That's what I want to see in your life. So I'm currently checking out a couple of people for future guest spots on the show as well, and we'll be announcing them once they're vetted. Gina says, I want to be a better employee, a better boss, a better wife, and a better friend. Wow. I hope to motivate others and inspire them. Well, you're definitely married to the right guy, and your husband is definitely married to the right girl for you to see that happen, because you're also already excellent at all of those things. As far as I know, you're excellent at all of those things, and I see only greatness moving forward for you. And I love that. Thank you for commenting. So those are all things that we want to be better at, right? We want to be better spouses. We want to, if we're an employee, let's be a better employee. A lot of people get butthurt when they don't get a raise, but they don't do enough work to earn the money they're already making. And then they go to the boss and say they need a raise. I read a comment yesterday, a post about Elon Musk, and Elon Musk's personal assistant came to him and asked him for a raise, and she'd worked for him for years, done a good job, and she came and asked him for a raise, thought she deserved it, and he said, here's what I'll do. I want you to take the next 2 weeks off, and we're going to determine your value, and when you come back, I'll let you know if you get a raise or not. And she took off for 2 weeks. Elon took on her job responsibilities and did everything. And she actually didn't get her job back. He let her go because he realized that in about 5 minutes a day, in his own schedule, he could do everything that he had hired her to do because she did so little for him. And that's a poor testimony of someone thinking that they are worth more than they are. And let's not jump down that rabbit trail. I'm not talking about worth as a human. But if you want to raise, you want to do better in life, and you're going to go to the boss and ask him for more money, you probably need to already be doing more than you're getting paid for in the current position you're in. Do more than you're asked to do. Under promise and over deliver always. Always, always. And you will generally see yourself promoted and the raises given out unless you work for a cheapskate, at which point it's time for you to see your worth and move on to a better career, better job, right? Go after that money. You're worth it. Being a better wife, a better husband, a better boss for your employees, those are all things that we should aspire to be, and a better friend. Thank you, Gina. You are a great friend. Yeah, the comments are coming in good. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. Brittany was a guest speaker on a webinar last week. Wow, we need to get together and talk about that, Miss Brittany. I love that. I love that. I am currently going through some courses with my company, certifications, and just finished another certification yesterday at becoming a mentor. And we'll be teaching in the metaverse, in EXP world in the future, as a trainer and what's called an icon instructor. And I've been an icon agent for the last couple of years, achieved that status with the company, and now I am going through training on becoming an icon instructor in our training university online. In the EXP world, which is pretty exciting. I've completed the second module in that training yesterday, and I'll be becoming a certified mentor with my company as well, and an icon mentor instructor. Pretty excited about that. Pretty excited about that. So things are looking up for Patrick Lee and the Patrick Lee group. We love that. We continue to seek to expand and do better. And when you do those things, keep your head down and work hard. You can't help but achieve the things that you want, right? Cody, you are the man, my brother. You are the man. I was just having a conversation with my friend Cody here the other night. we were talking about motivating others, and how I have noticed such a change in Cody, and Cody's friends that are also our friends, co-friends, will understand. Cody has taken on this journey of personal development as well. I'm very happy, Cody and Gina, for their role in helping me, motivate me, becoming great friends to me, and also the influence that we have on each other's lives. And we're constantly helping people try to strive to do more. So I really appreciate that, and was sharing with Cody. You know, Cody has really started putting out the motivation to help others. As he's helping himself grow, he is sharing the things that he's learning, and the different things that the tips and the comments that are helping him, and he's now posting those and sharing those with others. The best way for us to learn is to teach. If you want to learn a topic, teach it. If you want to get better at something and you want to learn it better for yourself, share it with others. I've said this on the show many, many times. Whatever you have in your hand is all you will ever have. Whatever you hold on to, but whatever you release goes into your future, and it multiplies, and it comes back to you wave upon wave upon wave. Cody and Gina are definitely people that are good examples of that, constantly giving to others as they learn and as they grow. So it's awesome. I didn't brag about my Christmas decoration skills today. No, I did not. I'll let you brag on me for that. It was fun helping y'all decorate the restaurant. Appreciate you guys so much. Hey, man, I'm going to finish up this show today. I appreciate everyone coming on to watch. Give me some more topics in the comments, things that you would like to talk about in the future. Even after this show is done, you can leave them in the comments below the video. If you would like to be considered to be a guest on the show, maybe you've watched the show in the past, reach out to me, send me a message. You can leave a comment in the comments below this, or you can get a spot in my calendar by going to my digital business card created by contentcards.com. Nick and Michael over there do a great job. www.patricklee.work is my digital business card. I'll have that scrolling across the bottom of the screen now, and then it will be posted in the comments below this video as well. Click on that, get an appointment in my calendar, and we'll talk about potentially having you on the show in the future as well. I'd love to start having more guests on the show that have different experiences in life they can help others with. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Everyone on YouTube says smash that channel. Click on the bell so you get notifications every week when we go live on that channel as well. And like, subscribe, share the show. We gave out a book the last couple of shows in a row. We've had winners of some books and some different gifts, and we would like to keep that up. We have some PLG group swag and some other gifts that we're going to be giving out as people like, love, and share the show. So until next week, this has been Patrick Lee with the Patrick Lee Group saying courage begins at the end of your comfort zone. So learn to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and you'll see how far you will go in the future. Until next time, bye-bye.